Hey, what's up, Premium Chaser? If you're somebody that's just getting into selling options primarily with the wheel strategy and you're on a limited budget and you have a smaller account, you're probably looking for more cost-effective stocks, especially under $50 to do the wheel strategy on. Well, you're in for a treat today because I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 10 favorite wheel strategy stocks that are all under $50. Let's go. Now, before we get into talking about these under $50 stocks and ETFs that I love running the wheel strategy on, selling options on, one lucky commenter down below will win a free option strategy call. So make sure to drop a comment while you're down there. Hit like and subscribe. We talk about all things selling options each and every single day. But before we jump into this, guys, I got to give a little quick disclaimer, right? Be careful of leveraged ETFs. Okay, I see a lot. I've had some great conversations with you guys on these free option strategy calls, and a lot of you like see people doing stuff like on X and Reddit and doing these more leveraged ETF plays. So I want to quickly speak on those before we talk about the actual companies that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to show you guys like the leveraged ETFs that I'm like comfortable selling options on. And I got a couple other bonuses. You guys already know I already got to over deliver here for you. All right, I'm going to over deliver here for you. Okay, so this video is going to be all about some cheaper companies that I like to trade options on. It's far from all of them, but I think it's a good starting point for you if you're a beginner. And obviously, nothing's financial advice. Just do it on the internet. So this first one has been brought up to me so many times. TSLL. Okay, listen, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. You got to do what you got to do with your money. Listen, if you're a newbie, stay the hell away from leveraged ETFs. Please, for the love of God, stay away from leveraged ETFs. If you don't know what a leveraged ETF is, basically, it's an ETF that it's an ETF on steroids, essentially. So, like, for example, TSLL, and this is kind of like listen, I break things down easy here, okay? And this is for, you kind of could define this in a million different ways, but at the end of the day, this is all it is. You can argue in the comments, all right? So, this basically means this TSL basically if Tesla goes up 1% or down percent, this follows it, right, and will go up 2% or down percent depending on, like, if Tesla goes up 1%, this ETF will go up 2%, right? If it goes down 1%, the ETF will go down 2%, right? So it's way more risky. So my recommendation to you, if you're a beginner and you don't know what you're really doing, don't get caught up, because like the premiums are crazy on these. They're juicy. They're fun, right? It's fun. Leverage ETFs can be really fun, but only if you know what you're doing and you're a seasoned vet. I would say if you have not been selling options for at least a year, I always recommend a year. I think you can go from like zero to hero in a year if you kind of give this your time and you really, study it. You're in the markets. You're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. It takes about a year. I think you're going to be comfortable. And at that point, sure, go ahead, but educate yourself first, right? And now there's leveraged ETFs for everything. There's leveraged ETFs for Bitcoin. There was the leveraged ETF, and I was like literally on X being like, you people are absolutely insane. It was for MSTR, a leveraged ETF, 3x. So basically, if MSTR went up 1% or down 1%, this would do 3 times that. Insanity. So me personally, I stay away from those. There's another one that's very popular. You guys tell me about SOXL, another very popular one when you look at like X and stuff. And the thing is, these reset daily too. So it's like, dude, like this thing, the very short term here, right, guys? We're going, like, if you're doing leverage ETFs, these are short term plays, very short term plays. So again, I don't recommend these. There are 2 that I'll mention here that I've had a good amount of success with. Okay, and I think they're quote unquote safer, right? They're still leveraged ETF, so take that with a grain of salt. But that is SQQQ and then TQQQ. Okay, I know TQQQ is making a run, but bro, the boy. Listen, I'm completely out of this one, but I was trading this all of 2023, and it was nice. It was nice. Now, so basically, this follows QQQ, right? This is the ETF that follows QQQ. This is like the shorting QQQ, right? So just look at them this way. SQQQ is bearish, right? TQQQ is bullish, right? So market's going crazy right now. Obviously, TQQQ is up and SQQQ is down. So I like those because I get exposure to kind of both sides, and I've done and I've had some good success with these, right? These would be the ones that if you're a beginner, like meaning like you're a beginner, like you've already kind of done options, you understand it, maybe you've been doing this for a few years, like, and you want to get into leverage ETFs, I think SQQQ and TQQQ are the best ones. Like, I'm sorry, they are. Like, dude, like, please stop. Like, the individual, I don't do anything on individual stock ETFs. That's not me. If that's the kind of person you're looking for, where it takes insane amounts of risk on a play that's supposed to be like less risky, like selling options, like, y'all still losing selling options, which is crazy to me. I'm like, why? Like, dude, like, the odds are already in your favor. You're like the house taking money from options buyers, yet you're still doing dumb things. Like, it's crazy. But I get it. TikTok brain. So I don't do anything with these. Have I done them in the past? Sure. I get caught up in hype too, guys. I'm a human too. But you know what? I've learned, you know what? Just if I'm going to do leverage ETFs, these are the ones I'm going to do. Okay. SQQQ and TQQQ. Okay. So I just wanted to quickly mention this. I know this one's a little bit expensive because it's running right now. But again, like, I was heavily trading this one in that like $20, $30, $50 range. And dude, it'll be back, right? That's just the way, the nature of things. It will be back. And this is a fun one. So add them to your watch list. All right. So let's get into some more. Okay. I'm going to quickly talk about Rocket Lab. I love Rocket Lab, guys. I think we're a little bit there's a lot of hype right now. I think we're going to see a pullback on Rocket Lab, but an under 50 stock and fantastic, absolutely fantastic premiums. I mean, come on now. And I love this company. I think there's so much opportunity for this company, guys, that I think we're still in very early stages, but I do think we're in there's a little hype here. So for me right now, I'm just monitoring. You could see we're right in the middle of that Bollinger Band, but I do see us having like a retraction here, hopefully towards like $20. And I've mentioned it before. I would love to build my position like in that, like, you know, above 15, but under 20, like between 15 and 20 is where I want to really be opening up my cash secured puts on this. But yeah, at current valuations, like, again, there's a lot of hype. So I'm not really doing that. So that's the first one. I really like it. Great premiums, great company. Moving on to the next one. Also, you guys have heard me talk about it, and I'll get into some ones that you guys haven't heard me talk about, is SoFi. What else can I say that I haven't said? Like, it's so good. Like, this is such, and you know what's nice about this company is, like, if you're somebody that maybe even is using SoFi, you can get into this company and it's not breaking your bank. Like, 100 shares is $1,600, and if you're opening up cash secured puts on it at, like, you know, $12, $1,300, like, come on now. And the premiums are insanity, absolute insanity. So let's take a look if there's any good setup. So right now, no great setups right now that I'm seeing on SoFi. So if you don't know what my setups are, I do have a full playlist down below on how I do my technical analysis. It's a full beginner course here on YouTube. It's a full playlist. Go take a look at that. I'm not going to waste time because we have like a lot of companies to kind of like get through here, right? And I want to be respectful of your time. So go take a look at that beginner playlist that I've created here on the channel to help you out. So, but I'm not seeing any kind of real setup here. We're going to see markets close today, unfortunately, but we'll hopefully we'll see. We'll see what happens to tomorrow morning. Right now, we're not in a spot to really do anything. And that's the thing that's cool about selling options, guys, is like most of the time we don't want to do anything. And that's where I think a lot of you guys start getting into like some weird things, right? Because you're bored and you're like, ooh, a Bitcoin leveraged ETF that's only, you know, $10. Like, why not? Why not just throw $1,000 at it? Like, just throw $1,000 at it. Like, come on, stop. Like, respect your money. Like, respect your money. All right. Moving on to the next one, American Airlines. Love this company. I've made a few great calls on this one already inside of our Facebook group. If it's free, go join it. It links also in the description. Anything I talk about, just assume it's in the description. There's not many links down there. There's the free course and then the link to the Facebook group where we can all vibe out and collaborate. Yeah, I mean, dude, this popped off and I was like, dude, this shit, like I've been trading American Airlines for literally since the start of my selling options journey. And like, you just grow this sense of like, I know, like you just have like a connection with these companies that you've been doing it for like years with. Where you're like, dude, like, you know, you're coming back. Like, stop, like stop the cap. Like, you know, you're coming back to reality. And like, it was a great play. So, I think we actually called some cash secured puts, around here. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago sometime. So, I think we opened them up around like 15. I'll have to double check, but, something around there. So, you know, fine by me, dude. Like, I love American Airlines. I don't care. Like, yeah, whatever. So setups are looking nice for potentially some more cash secured puts towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band here. 30-day moving average, 1727. I do actually like. I don't talk about it enough because I feel like I don't want to overwhelm. I know most people that sit on YouTube watch this, like, and this is, I don't mean this in a bad way at all. It's like you're a beginner, right? Like, so I try not to like be too overwhelming. But I do like to add my 200-day moving average onto my thing, onto the chart, right? And we can see our 200-day moving average is 1325. So when I'm doing like cover calls, or mainly cash secured puts, sorry, I still look at it for cover calls, but more so for cash secured puts, I always like to get them around that 200-day moving average if possible. It's not always possible, obviously. It's just not, but you know, I always do like to. So with American Airlines, a little bit tough right now because it's, you know, it's running up a bit. So yeah, like you know, if you open up some cash secured puts on this right now, like 13, like bro, like you're gonna get like 5 cents, like or like $5 if that. No, it's fine, you can do that, but yeah. So right now, if we see even more, if we see tomorrow morning, we're gonna go under. I'm gonna open more cash secured puts. Like that's the nature of the game. Like some of you like have. So here's the thing: stick to your plan, right? I say it all the time. Stick to your plan. Excuse me. And what does that mean? So when I say stick to your plan, right, that means if the stock starts dumping on you guys, right, you get scared. When it's like, well, the point is to get assigned, right? Like that's our point, right? Because then we could sell covered calls on it. It's a company we like. If it gives us a dividend, we don't mind getting stuck holding it for a little bit. Fantastic, right? But some of you start getting scared and you start running away, and like, dude, no, like. No, when the blood is in the streets, that's when you open up more cash secured puts. So if like tomorrow, right, American Airlines like dumps down to 15, 14, I'm opening up more cash secured puts. Stick to your plan, okay? The only reason, look, I'm just gonna say a blanket statement here. If you don't stick to your plan, it's because you're trading a company you don't actually believe in. So it's your own damn fault for losing your money, like, and you're scared, and then you're rolling, and then you're trying to get out of your position, and you're getting sweaty, right? You're getting sweaty, right? So, like, you live and learn, right? You live and learn. So yeah, like for me, dude, like I want to get assigned. Like, I'm cool getting assigned. Of course, I'm going to manage my position. If I capture my 80% of my premiums in a 14-day period, of course, I'll close out my cash secured put and not wait to see if I get assigned because I can flare up my collateral and run the play on more stuff. There's always opportunities out there, guys. There's always opportunities. All right, don't give in to FOMO. I know it's hard, but don't. You don't need Trump and Melania coin. I'm telling you. All right, you're better off for it. Go look at the charts. All right, next one is Verizon. Say what you will. All right, Verizon customer right here for a very, very long time. All right. We got that 1 gig internet. Like, let's go. Now, do I believe in this company long term at this point in my life? It's hard to say. It's hard to say, right? Because I feel like a lot of these like internet, TV providers, cell phone providers are just refusing to like evolve. And like a lot of these companies are coming, like for example, like Mint Mobile, right? Like just like I actually am considering switching to Mint Mobile. It's like literally it's $300 a year for your phone bill. Like I'm paying $200 a month for my phone bill, right? Like so it's like these companies are coming in here and innovating and taking their customers. So it's hard for me to believe. I think internet wise, Verizon is the best. But like long term, I don't love it, but I do love it short term. And I've been again, well, this is one of those companies I've been trading since my beginning of my selling options journey began. And I always was drawn to that dividend, and it's served me really well. I've gone through so many ups and downs with this damn company. I've been in so many ups and downs with this company, guys. Like it's insane. This is just yeah, whatever. But I think we're at decent levels right now to start to build a position on. It's a company again I do believe in. We're trading towards the top of the Bollinger Band right now, so we're just monitoring. Again, it's on my watch list. I'm monitoring. So you know they're I haven't looked at the news or anything on this one for today to see if anything is coming out that's kind of pumping it, but. Oh, we could say it's getting a bit overbought right now towards the top of the Bollinger Band. So we'll see. Maybe some covered calls. Maybe. I think I already have like a bunch open already, so I don't even think I have enough to actually do covered calls on this run right now. But this would be an opportunity towards the top of the Bollinger Band to do to do some of that, and we're right at that 200-day moving average mark. So usually I like to sell over my 200-day moving average mark when I'm selling my covered calls, which again I'm sure the premiums would be pretty nice right there. So let's move on to our next company. Is Ford. Mentioned this one before, guys. I know what some of y'all said. Like you came in here and you're like, Pete, you made the call, and then it shot up to 10. Bro, it happens. Where are we at now? It just crashed right back down. Like I told y'all. Like that's why I love selling options. I'm not worried about daily moves. I'm worried. I'm more concerned what happens over the 30-day period of my option. Right? Like come on now. But like, dude, it fell off a damn cliff, dude. This is like I see Ford really doing well in this administration over the next 4 years. I genuinely do. Like I genuinely do. Like so. Like say what you. I got a lot of hate on some of these comments. I guess there's like people boycotting this company and stuff and like whatever. But like for me, I still think it's a great company, a fantastic dividend, fits into the quad option strategy amazingly well. I mean, 7.91% dividend. Let's see. I'm not in the mood to open up more positions here, but let's just take a look. See, perfect. Good setup, right? 200-day moving average, $11. Stock is trading at $9.48 between the middle and the bottom Bollinger Band. So this would I would potentially go and look at to see what my premiums would be for cash secured puts. I'd like to see this trending down, right, instead of up, but still it is what it is. I do. So this would be a setup I would go and actually look at, and it's a little bit oversold here on the RSI. So fantastic. I mean, again, it's a company I believe in. You don't have to make your own decision. So next one, Honest. This is the cheapy stock, right? A very, very cheap stock. I think we've done more than 10 companies at this point, guys, but we're going to keep going. All right. I hope you like it. Hit subscribe, drop a comment for a free option strategy call. So Honest, again, one of those companies that I've just, learned about from having kids. We use all Honest products, company I believe in. They had some great financials, earnings report. I'm very excited for the next earnings report to come out. I do mention this, guys, and actually I'll quickly start mentioning in this video just because I think it's important for you guys to look at financials, at least at a very high level. So the easiest ones to kind of look at is if you're like a beginner, is going to be your revenue obviously growing, but like the most like important one I would say like most of you to like really just look at if you're going to look at one, let's just say this, if you're going to look at one number, go to your cash flow tab and then go to here, free cash flow. That's it. So why has Honest sucked for so long, right? So like, because it doesn't make any free. Look, all these other numbers in the finances, they're all a fugazi, bro. Like they can these accounting methods they can make the net income look whatever they want. They can make up all sorts of shit, but they can't lie about the free cash flow. Okay, free cash flow is king, right? So why do I think Honest is going to run up? Look at this, right? There was a lot of changes made in terms of the management at Honest. I'm sorry, guys, I got something in my eye. And it's sucked, right? Honest is like basically net. I don't think it's ever actually been profitable. But it finally was profitable on its last earnings report. So like that's a big deal. Like, I'm sorry, it's a very, very big deal. So I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think I'm very excited for next earnings. I really cannot wait. Right, I cannot wait for next earnings report. But again, this is just another play. We're no real setups here. 200-day moving average at 453. We're right in the middle of the Bollinger Band, so really nothing for us to look at there. So guys, I know you're gonna be like, well, these are supposed to be under $50 wheel strategy stocks to sell options on. Well, I'm going to give you two that are just a little bit over, but they're actually really good companies, okay? That I think if you already have like the money to be doing under 50 stocks, like these should be something you want to go and do some research on, okay? So first one is BMY. Let's take a look at the chart here. And I love it. Again, fits into our quad option strategy, decent dividend, okay? And so if you don't know what my quad option strategy is basically I try to collect 4 sources of income when I sell options. One, I'm collecting premiums on the cash secured puts and getting into trades at prices I want, right? I'm collecting premium on the covered calls, right? I'm then collecting a dividend if I'm stuck holding a stock, right? And running covered calls and collecting premium. And then when I sell the company, I got my appreciation sale. And I want to I want all of those things to happen as often as possible, right? I want to buy companies. I want to sell. I'm not scared to be assigned. I think a lot of you get scared to be assigned. I think you're scared to sell your stocks. But in reality, like, when I got over that thing where I'm like, dude, like holding individual stocks, in my opinion, is just you're losing. You're going to lose. You are not going to beat the market picking your own individual stocks. You're not. Okay, stop saying, oh, what if I picked up Palantir? Like, stop. Okay, stop. You're not. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. How many times, how many books have to be written and studies need to be done that people that do like day trading and like try to pick their own individual stock portfolios lose. If you want to just be super passive, just go like do Vanguard stuff, Vanguard funds, and just you'll get exposure to all those great companies anyway. Like, please. Okay. This is why I have changed my plan years ago to only focus on this. Not only focus, like a portion of my portfolio to focus on this and be okay buying and selling stocks. That is the point. I lock in gains. Okay. Setup's looking nice. We'll see what tomorrow does. I would like to be at this 200-day moving average, so we'll see what the like under 50s look like for BMY. And then last company, again, say what you will. Say what you will about Altria and the products they provide, but people ain't giving this kind of stuff up. All right, fantastic dividend as well. One of my favorites. God, I've been trading this one like for so freaking long. So long. A great, like, again, love this company. Chart, no real setups, potentially, covered calls. We're not decently above, for at least for Altria. We're decently above that 200-day moving average. So another great company that fits into our quad option strategy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know some of the companies you love selling options on. Like, we're building a community here of us option sellers that love to nerd out, vibe out on this stuff. Especially since like we don't have people in real life to like talk people's ears off about this stuff. Trust me, like my wife has heard enough about it every single day. So again, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and all the links and free stuff like the free group and the free playlist is down there as well, guys. But remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see you guys tomorrow.